Hi everyone, I hope you're all okay. Today we're going to read a really cool story called The Thirsty Crow. The crow had been flying since morning and was now tired and thirsty. It looked everywhere for water but couldn't find any. Exhausted, the crow went and perched itself on the branch of a tree, and while it sat there, the crow began to feel a little dizzy. It was so thirsty. With its head spinning, the crow saw something glimmering from below. Excited, it flew up to a roof and looked down again. The crow thought that it had to be hallucinating, because what it saw was just too amazing. "Caw!" it cawed in wonderment. It was a pitcher. Ah, finally, the crow had found some water. The crow got really excited. "Caw!" it called happily and then swooped down to have some water. The moment the crow reached down, it sat next to the pitcher and put its beak inside to reach for the water. The crow realized that the water was deep down and that it couldn't quite reach the water. It was a sturdy pitcher. The crow tried to peck at it with its beak, but the pitcher was too big and heavy and it did not budge. Ah, the crow was thirsty. Its throat was parched. The crow was confused and the sun was scorching. It was getting very hot. The crow did not want to give up. It looked here and there and everywhere. It just did not know how to drink the water. It struggled and struggled. It pecked and pecked on the pot, hoping for it to break, but the pot was strong. The crow wanted to give up, but it knew that it had to keep calm. It may be able to come up with another solution if it was calm. It took a few deep breaths, calmed itself down, and then looked around with a relaxed mind. That's when it saw some pebbles lying around. These pebbles had been there all along, but it hadn't noticed them at all. It had been so focused on the idea of breaking the pitcher, it hadn't thought of any alternatives. Looking at the pebbles gave him an idea with which the crow could reach the water. Finally, it quickly went over to the pebbles, picked up one pebble, and brought it back into the pitcher and dropped it. Ploop! The pebble fell into the pitcher, and the crow saw that the water had moved. It quickly went over to the pebbles and picked up one pebble and brought it back to the pitcher and dropped it. Ploop! The pebble fell into the pitcher, and the crow saw that the water had moved. The crow was determined to make this work, so it went over again, picked up another pebble and brought it back again and dropped it. Ploop! The water moved again. It rippled just a little bit more. So the crow went over this time and time again, taking pebbles and dropping them into the pitcher. It was tiring for the crow, but the crow knew that it would work. After throwing in lots of pebbles, the water level in the pitcher had risen. Yet it was not enough for the crow to reach the water, so the crow started exercising again. It went and got more pebbles and put them into the pitcher. Finally, the water rose to the top of the pitcher. The crow was so excited. The crow then put its beak into the pitcher and took a big sip of water to quench its thirst. Ah, caw! It heaved a sigh of relief. Its throat was not parched any more. And then the crow patted itself on its back for being so clever and flew off happily. Caw, caw. That was a really nice story. What did you like about it? What characteristics do you think the crow displayed? Like, was he clever? Was he hardworking? Was he persistent in trying to get the water? Can you tell us a little bit about a situation that you were in, a very difficult situation where you had to think fast and smart and make up a solution to help you get out of it? Please create your poetry, your little stories, or draw a beautiful picture of your favorite animals that are clever and yeah, just post them in the comments until next week.